Hello there. I am just checking in and sharing a few things that are going on over here in the Ashworth home. Um, there's a lot to kind of catch you guys up here on YouTube, but from my social media page. But I want to talk about emotions and physical well being. And I want to talk about loneliness and a little bit about, the pandemic and mental health. So I hope I remember all those. So emotions and your physical well-being, um, loneliness, and then mental health, and then life. Okay, so about 5 years ago, I was introduced to an awesome opportunity to be able to learn about and be able to see what emotions were appearing, like for Mitchell, who has autism, and even typical neurotypical people. It's really hard to identify what emotions we actually feel. And so for an autistic child, it's even harder, right? They get angry about things and we don't know what it is. Some of them are nonverbal, so we could never know really what their emotion is unless they're angry. Um, but they probably have a lot of things tucked inside that they can't even express or talk about, let alone us who are able to verbalize it, but still really not able to get the right words out to know, how am I really feeling? So there's that side of it. And then there's the physical side of it. So I was learning that our emotions play such a huge effect on our physical well-being. So every emotion affects a certain organ or part of your body. So I was like, oh, if I could be able to help Mitchell and actually our entire family, then I would love to do that. It's non-invasive. So I started doing these scans and using this inner voice on Mitchell, but it was just random. It was once a week, not once a week, once a month, not even that sometimes. I loved that it could identify what was going on. And then if I needed to, I could supplement him with things to help support that. But then just recently, I found out that I can do that at home on my own on a regular basis every day. So I could help our entire family with their emotions every day and with their physical well-being, just by using this simple device. And so that is what I've been doing for the last, 4 months, maybe 4 or 5 months, being able to do that in my home. And then I started following what people were able to do with this. There's a lot of other things. You can create playlists for emotions or for physical things that are going on.
There's my waffles. Can I get lime chips?
And so it is amazing. I'll be sharing more about that and all that it can do as I get time. And then yesterday when we were at church, our pastor read some really scary statistics about loneliness. And I know everyone can feel lonely even in their own busy lives. Like you can have abundance but still feel lonely. You can have a spouse and still feel lonely. You can have kids and still feel lonely. Everyone has their own needs that really no one else can meet. But what if this opportunity could help you balance out the energies so that you don't feel that emotion of loneliness to where it affects your physical well-being? What if you could balance out your emotions to where that loneliness is turned into joy and happiness? So there was that that really helped me to realize I want to share this. And then the other thing is we just came out of 3 years of being kind of locked up in our house, our voices covered with masks, our feelings and our experiences kind of toned down because everyone's opinion was different about the pandemic. Okay. So we also kind of divided, right? And so along with that comes a lot of emotions, friends that don't think the same, family members who aren't feeling the same. Where are we now and how can we handle those emotions, get to our best self, and be united? And so this is another thing that this helps with. The other thing is just life, okay? I spent 39 days in the hospital with my son. He had 3 surgeries, lots of doctors taking care of him. And we got home. He needed, food and nourishment. And was I putting the right things in his body? And what do we do now? And the constant all day, every day, which I love being here to provide that for him. I love it. But is it not tiring? And is it not hard? And is it, I'm torn here and I can't focus on, what our next steps are? Or what about the emotion around my next steps? What is the best thing to do for my son moving forward? So I want to give you the opportunity to take 1 minute to be introduced to this. It's called Inner Voice, and it is amazing. You send me an audio with a little bit of information, and I send you some MP3 players, so MP3 audios that you can play. Those tones are specific to you and your voice and what you're going through right then. And you can do this several times a day. If you're really going through a trying time and your emotions are up and down, it's amazing. You also get an email sent to you that explains those tones to you, the positive and the negative emotions around that. Like what is that musical tone really trying to help in your body? So I am doing a 21-day challenge, and I invite you to join me. Just send me a message or comment and ask for more information. I'd love to just tap in and give you a little bit more information. Also, anyone can do this. So I did this on my son. He, we've had it for several years. But the sad thing is I didn't do it enough. And I didn't know how important it is to be constantly paying attention to our emotions and our physical well-being. So sometimes you could even have this emotion that you've had at this certain time in your life that is actually reoccurring every year at that same time. And this can help you support that. So it could have been like a major, a traumatizing time in your life, or a major event that happened, a death, or something that you're grieving in that time of the year. And you might tend to get sick around that time of year, or have issues, even maybe end up in the hospital. And knowing that you have this support around that time is really a huge blessing. So I look forward to have the opportunity to bless other families with this. So please join my 21-day challenge. If you catch this audio and it's too late and you don't know when it's starting, actually we have a 21-day challenge starting today. But I can start your 21-day challenge anytime you're ready. So comment below, and I'm actually going to put a link on so that you can sign up and join the 21-day challenge whenever you're ready. So I hope this was encouraging. I hope it was informative, and I would love to hear from you.